And welcome to the session. In this session, we will learn how we can construct a decision tree using for continuous values. So in the last session, we have seen how we can construct decision tree using C4.5, but there we had discretized values. Now suppose we have continuous values like this, we will see how we can convert it. So let's first line the algorithm. So C4.5 algorithm can be improvised for attributes which are continuous. So basically the goal is we are going to discretize the continuous attribute by finding a split point or a threshold point. So let's say A is the attribute which is having numerical values which are continuous. So we are going to find a threshold point or a best split point called as A, such that this A is less than A and A is greater than or equal to, or A is less than S and A is greater than or equal to S. So we identify the best split point which has the maximum information gain for that attribute. So let's see a problem. So this is a problem. Apply C4.5 algorithm for the set of continuous values of CGPA which is as shown here. So the first step is write down the training data set like this. So this is the training data set which is given. First you sort out the values of the CGPA in ascending order. So this is a table which I've got now in ascending order, and then remove the duplicates. 9.5, 9.1, even 8.8 here has to be removed. So finally you will have something like this, a table like this. So you can see the CGPAs which I've got which are unique are 6.8, 7.9, 8.2, 8.5, 8.8, 9.1 and 9.5. Next, in the next row you write down the range, less than equal to greater than equal to. Again under 7.9 you write less than equal to greater than equal to. Repeat this for all the CGPAs. Next you write yes and no for all. Now observe, for how many S you have for CGPA less than or equal to Z, less than or equal to 6.8. So less than or equal to 6.8, I don't have any job offers as yes, so put here 0. Next, for CGPA less than or equal to 6.8, how many no's are there? There is only one no here, so put 1. Now do for the next one. For CGPA greater than 6.8, how many yes are there? For greater than 6.8, you have many, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So write here 7. For CGPA greater than 6.8, how many no's are there? For greater than 6.8, how many no's? Here there is 1 and here there is 1. So 2. So like this, for each CGPA, write down how many yes and no are there for that particular ranges. Next, for every CGPA, you have to find the entropy information and gain. So write down the table, just keep the table as it is. Now add extra one more row. Okay, for the same table, you already have written yes and no. Add one more row for entropy, one more row for entropy information, one more row for gain. Now for 6.8, just look into 6.8. First find out the total entropy. Let's find out the total entropy. Total entropy we know. How many yes are there? Total yeses are 7. Total number of no's are 3. So find the entropy information for 7 yes and 3 no. So that would be minus 7 by 10 log 7 by 10 to the base 10 2 plus 3 by 10 log 3 by 10 to the base 2. Please divide, find log 7 by 10, then divide log by log 2. Please remember there is a log 2 here. Okay, the log is to the base 2. So first find 7 by 10, find its log, then divide by log 2. Otherwise your answer is going to be wrong. Okay, so this is your entropy information for the entire training data set. This you need to use and keep it intact. That is the first step. Now for the CGPA 6.8, first find the entropy of 0, 1, this one. So entropy of 0, 1 is minus of, we have looked into these formulas in the last few sessions, please go through the videos. Minus of 0.1 log to the base 2. Please, there is to the base 2 here, 0 by 1 plus 1 by 1 log 1 by 1 to the base 2. So you're getting entropy information as 0. Now find entropy information for 7, 2. So that is minus of 7 by 9 log 7 by 9 to the base 2 plus 2 by 9 log 2 by 9 to the base 2. So I'm getting entropy information as 0.7367. Fill it up in this table. Next you find entropy information for the training data set, comma, for CGPA which belongs to 6.8. So how do you do this? See how many entries you have for less than equal to 6.8, 1. How many entries for greater than 6.8? 9. So 1 by 10, where 10 is a total number of instances, into entropy of 0, 1 plus 9 by 10 into entropy of 7, 2. Now already you found entropy of 0, 1. Put that here. No need to calculate here again. Already you know entropy of 7, 2. It is 0.7367. Just put it here. So 1 by 10 into 0 plus 9 by 10 into 0.7367. You're getting entropy information as 0.676873. Fill it up here. Next you find the gain. The gain for CGPA, which belongs to 6.8, is subtract the training dataset entropy information, that is 0.8808, with the CGPA entropy information 0.67873. So you get the gain as 0.1935. This you fill it up here. See, the last row is very important for choosing the best split point. So make the calculations accurately and be careful. Next, repeat this entire process for all the different data sets. You have to find the entropy information next for 0, 2. Next you find the entropy information for 7, 1. Find the entropy information for this CGPA. Find the information gain. See, I have done it in here. For 7.9, what is the entropy of 0, 2? 0. What is the entropy of 7, 1? 0.5433. Fill it up here in the table. Next, find the entropy information for this CGPA. So that would be 2 by 10 into entropy of 0, 2 plus 8 by 10 into entropy of 7, 1. I am getting 0.4346. Fill it up here. Find the gain. Gain is nothing but what was the total entropy? 0.8808, which we did in the first step, minus this 0.4346. I am getting 0.4462. Put it here. Please be careful in the calculations. Always you will have an urge to forget the base 2. Please don't forget. First find 2 by log of 2 by 2, then divide by log 2. Okay. Next, again repeat this process for the CGPA 8.2. Find the entropy of 1, 2. Find the entropy of 6, 1. Find the entropy information for the CGPA. 3 by 10 into entropy of 1, 2 plus 7 by 10 into entropy of 6, 1. Find the gain 0.8802 minus 6.892. You get 0.196. Fill it up here. Repeat this process again for 8.5. Find the entropy information of 2.2, find for entropy of 5, 1. Find the entropy information for CGPA and then find the gain. Now like this, repeat the quantities again for 8.8, this one. Now let's repeat again for 9.1. Okay, now again let's repeat for CGPA 9.5. Okay, so like this, after finding the CGPA for all of them, right, now summarize. What you have to summarize is just take the last row into consideration. Okay, in the last row for all the CGPAs, right, so this, the table is missing here. So for all the CGPAs, right, you find out the last row. When I observe the last row, which is having the maximum gain, CGPA 7.9. So therefore choose this 7.9 as your best split. The goal is what? We have to discretize the continuous value. So I'm going to discretize the continuous value of CGPA into two categories like this: CGPA less than or equal to 7.9 and CGPA greater than 7.9. So 7.9 is your S value or your threshold point. So what is your resultant discretized instance? It is shown in this table as this. So we had given in the question continuous values of CGPA. Now that I am discretizing like this as in the third column, which we found out. 9.5 is greater than 7.9, 8.2 is greater than 7.9, 6.8 is less than or equal to 7.9. So 7.9 is our best split point. Okay, so that's it for today's session. Any doubt, please let me know in the comment box. Thank you so much, and please subscribe to the channel.